Bright lights sitting on to set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Bruce Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. The Bruins will get us started with the opening kickoff. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the UNLV Rebels offense will take the first swing of the game. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack him? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw dunks. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to be able to get pressure on him. You don't necessarily have to get him to the ground and sack him, but the ball has got to come out early. You cannot let him sit back there and pick you apart.
The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Nice job to get it past the sticks and then get him down at the 35.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their... There he goes! And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, getting the tackle for a loss.
Here's the handoff. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. They're likely going to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. That'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Rebels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody.
Touchdown, UNLV. And they strike
exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bruins offense has the ball for the first time. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him, but David, when you have his kind of athletic ability...
Wide open spaces. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Quick completion on the out.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, the ball's on the ground. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Orji. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. A first down for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. He'll throw it quickly out to the tight end.
Man, you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block a big defensive lineman, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. And the Rebels will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. A low line drive and short kick. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. First play of the period will be a second down. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Line getting set on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Snagged out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. It's a seam wide open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Rushes on him. Working that wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quarterback moving. He's going to run it. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Orji. Buying some time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Nice job on the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Trying to get it to the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They needed less than a yard, didn't hesitate, didn't think about the field goal. Probably a little long for that, but they get the first down.
And now that you've got it and a fresh set of downs, look at where they are in the field. You're sort of in that fringe area. There are a lot of coaches that like to take shots at this specific juncture of the field. Let's see what the offense does here.
Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the run, now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Reynolds. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pickup of 5 and a first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Leaves it with the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Give to the back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Looking for a man. It's Orji. It's complete. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Rides to back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Needs it to keep this drive alive. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Vegas.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Matthews. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. From the gun, the running back has it. He's loose. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that are getting after him.
Grab behind the line. It's Thomas. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first in the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Bruins are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Let's see what he can do with it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Rebels offense is back on the field. Play connection incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid pass.
And a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
He's got him. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Finds his tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Just enough time for one final play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Got his man quickly. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Bruins come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Fires to the tight end. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end in his run.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA. They opt to go for two to try to tie it up right now. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sack at the 20.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating a sack. Perfect start to the second half of this defense.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. To the air, it's Orji. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch, it's Reynolds. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Gashing the knee on the right. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. The Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Rebels come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Looking for the end zone. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now, 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Dropping back, it's Orji. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. They extend the lead to 5 here in the 3rd. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. 25-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. RPO complete to open the drive. Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Bruins. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
UCLA.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and get 6 points.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8 clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
Catch in the middle. It's Gums. And the defense makes a big hit, knocks him down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
And the Rebels are rolling down the field. Going to the running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Orji. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
On the move, it's Lee. Turning on the Jets. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Already in a great spot to kick a field goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown would be even better. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast.
Touchdown, Rebels. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
He just couldn't squirt his way in for the 2, and it's still a 5-point game here in the fourth quarter.
That keeps the score. UNLV 23, UCLA 18.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. Punch it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bruins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Throwing right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Rebels offense is back on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his man in the middle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
On 3rd down, going up top. Now adjusting. Running into the open space. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Well, I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that 3rd down, but there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, 4th and short.
Trying to keep this drive alive. And the Rebels will have a 1st down.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field. It's Orji. Grabbed in the middle. It's Reynolds. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He'll take it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. They want to throw it. A little screen to the running back. Breaks the tackle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
Quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
Timeout, UNLV.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football.
That is how you rise to the occasion late in the game. Your defense had to come up big, had to get the offense the football back. They're trailing by a little bit. Now, let's go make this thing even more special.
Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give your...
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Corner's going to give them room. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.